Hello, my name is Sophia. When I was 14 years old, I read a book about two people who fell in love from a social experiment on a street. I became quickly obsessed, and I read this book over and over again. I loved the way eye contact somehow connects strangers in a way they never would, and the emotions just from staring at each other is so prevalent and poignant. So I decided that I would do it of my own, and one day I visited my brother at UC Berkeley when I was in high school, and I did a little experiment, and it was fun, but I also discovered a lot of really interesting stuff. And then I said, someday when I'm in college, I'm going to do it in my own college, and now I'm here at Western Washington University. So the plan is this: set up 2 chairs, sit in one of them, find a stranger to sit in the other one, and then stare into each other's eyes for 3 minutes. No talking or looking away. Let the games begin. What is your name?
Isaac.
Is there anything that surprised you or that you learned about yourself?
It was honestly a little bit easier than I had predicted, but it's very interesting. When you would do a slight movement, I would want to do the slight movement back.
Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Meg.
How do you feel after that experience?
I definitely feel much calmer than when I was going into it. I learned that I can gaze into someone's eyes for 3 minutes. I had a lot of doubts before. I was also noticing how much I blink, which you weren't blinking at all, so that was interesting.
Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
Oh, definitely. I feel like if I was to see you walking by, I would definitely say hi to you. Because you're the only person that I have ever gazed into your eyes with for 3 minutes.
What is your name?
My name is Max. That was really hard. My body's a little tingly, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of hard for me because I'm an introvert, so it's tough. I definitely learned that I'm bad at making eye contact, and that it makes me feel weird, I guess. Just uncomfortable.
Do you feel more connected to me since that?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. I mean, yeah, because there's times when we both laughed, I guess, and that's how you recognize that somebody is on the same page as you, I guess.
What is your name?
My name is Sam Amon. It was much more intense than I was expecting, and I felt very acutely aware of what I was doing, which I was sort of surprised by. I would feel myself inadvertently making a whole bunch of different facial expressions that I felt like I sort of couldn't control. And I'm probably making facial expressions all the time that I just am not aware of, which I found really interesting. And I was also because I was staring at your face, very aware of your facial expressions, and sometimes you would frown and it would make me want to frown, and sometimes when you would laugh, it would make me want to laugh. Also, you were doing a lot of deep breathing, and every time you would take a deep breath, I would also inadvertently take a deep breath.
Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
Oh, certainly.
What's your name?
My name's Christina. I think the first half was definitely very giggly for both of us. The second half kind of settled in. It felt a lot longer than the first half. My grandma was always very big on making eye contact,
Cool.
but I feel like it's always been kind of hard for me. I guess I realized I can do it for a lot longer
Yeah,
than
you were
I thought,
good at
because
it.
3 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
What is your name?
My name is Brian Gall.
Is there anything you learned about yourself or something that surprised you?
I learned that it's hard to figure someone out just by staring at their eyes. But I was trying to figure out the whole time, just in general, but it was very hard to, just based on eye contact.
That's a good answer. Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
I do feel like we're less strangers. I definitely feel like if I saw you again, we'd definitely see each other.
Okay, it's the end of day 1. Hello. I surprisingly am very drained. I have done 5 or 6 interviews. Izzy has done 2. I was surprised that I got sort of a high in my body. I started to feel really buzzy after like 3 interviews, and also I lost my mental clarity. One after another, it drained a little bit more, so I can't really think right now, which is surprising, I guess, because you're using the emotions and not the brain. I found that with people who were already anxious, it was harder, and with people who were already grounded, it became more grounded. It is day 2. I'm feeling stoked. I've been feeling like weirdly connected with strangers whenever I pass them ever since day 1. How are you feeling about day 2?
I am also very stoked. I seeing some good strangers walking about, so I think we'll have some interesting content for you guys today.
Sounds good. What is your name?
My name's Judy. It felt very meditative. And I was fascinated that I was able to sort of pull back and look into both of your eyes briefly, and then I'd go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. At this stage in my life, it is not uncomfortable, and I think it would have been uncomfortable in the past. So that was the other thing. I sort of started thinking about, how much of this is about how old I am and my experiences. Lots of stuff, lots of thinking happened while we were looking at each other. That was very interesting.
Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
Not really. It almost feels like we're oddly more strangers somehow.
What is your name?
I'm Lily. I feel calm. Yeah. That was peaceful. I can hold eye contact longer than I thought I could. And it wasn't because I don't know you. It wasn't like wildly uncomfortable. It was just kind of like, whoa, this is intimate. And then it was like, oh, like I'm just looking at your eyes. And now I feel like I can hold eye contact longer.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were doing it. Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Very weirdly intimate, but not in a bad way. Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Ayomide. Well, for me, all humans are the same, so irrespective of color or race, we are all the same.
Do you feel like we're any less strangers?
No. No. Not at all.
What is your name?
My name's Caleb. I used it to just do a little breath work and clear my mind. I don't know, you got cool eyes.
Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
No, not really. I mean, I kind of like have a small sense of what your sense of humor is, but I feel like not really.
What is your name?
My name's Kimberly. I don't know. I thought I'd feel more of an impact after looking at someone's eyes, but I felt like it was nothing. Like, I felt comfortable, and I didn't feel any moments of uncomfortableness with you.
Nice. Yeah, I felt the same, which is I rarely do.
Usually I don't really look at someone that often. Like when I'm at work, I'm a cashier. I don't really look at customers in their eyes. I just glance at them. But like if you actually look at the person and get a feel of a good moment of eye contact, I think it would be nicer for you to be more in the moment and present with the person, because a lot of times we're like sheltered and isolated and we're kind of scared of each other. But if you just look at someone for a bit and realize that they're a person too, that there's no need to feel intimidated.
Yeah, I like that. Do you feel any less strangers?
I feel like we could be friends.
Yeah, me too. It was good. Yeah, I felt really calm for some reason.
Hello, what is your name?
My name is Ian.
How do you feel after that experience?
About the same as before, maybe slightly happier and more giggly. I was more conscious over what I was doing. Yeah.
Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
I'd say so.
What is your name?
My name's Layla. I feel really interesting. Like, it's something I've never really done, sit in silence and just, like, look at someone. So it's kind of cool. It's, like, a good feeling. Very, like, warm and fuzzy. Yeah. It was, like, kind of hard to just, like, sit in silence without, like, filler conversation. Yeah.
Do you feel like we're less strangers now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So this is the boss level. MC against MC. What is your name?
My name's Izzy.
How do you feel after that experience / all the experiences?
After this one, I feel centered, more connected to you. I think it would, like, the familiarity helped definitely, just like knowing you already. So it was like not as much pressure as before. And in terms of the experience as a whole, I felt like it was easy with some people and difficult with other people, which is interesting, like through their eyes and the eye contact.
Is there anything that surprised you just from doing it so many times?
I learned that I blink a lot compared to like other people who are looking at me, which is, I don't know, maybe a coping mechanism of some sort. It's hard to sit still, but it also is peaceful and calming.
That's your turn.
Okay, my turn. What is your name?
My name is Sophia.
And how did this make you feel? And how did this whole experience make you feel?
Oh, you know what? No one's ever asked me that. I feel everyone says more calm.
Really calm.
Oh, really calm.
Pretty relaxed.
Focused and centered.
Much calmer.
Meditative.
Calm.
I would say I just feel more aware of like the world. Definitely more connected to you. In general, I feel kind of unsettled actually. I feel like anxious.
Yeah.
Every interview I do, I feel a little more anxious, which is weird. But I feel also stoked that I met so many strangers. I learned that if I have a preconceived opinion about someone just by like first impressions, I will be a lot more defensive and hesitant to stare into their eyes or like be vulnerable. Like you have to get past that.
Definitely. I feel like it's like almost giving them what they want in a sense.
Yeah.
Like it's a little like you're losing your power
Yeah, that's pretty true.
by like letting someone stare at you for 3 minutes.
That's true. Yeah, and if you
and
feel
you
like
staring back.
giving them the power, if you like feel like that person with your power is untrustworthy, I feel like that's why it's scarier with certain people.
Yeah, I agree. I noticed that too. Well,
That's the end of the video, folks.
thanks for tuning in.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I hope it's not dead. Oh, that's my phone. It's not dead. Yay!